Hey, so let's talk about what's missing from your entrepreneurial micro business ownership journey while I make a cup of tea. This is Yorkshire Gold, of course it is. So I find that all of us as creators, entrepreneurs, blah, 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 we are wearing so many different hats. I can't... No! That's awful. We're all wearing so many different hats. That's terrible. I'll have to use the loose tea later. Yeah, so we're all wearing... I've only gone and done it with the other one. This is why you don't create a reel while you're trying to make some tea. That's terrible. Okay, I'm going to have to use them later on in the evening when I'm making my loose tea chai, because then I'm not using a quick tea bag and a mug type of situation. Let's hope I don't do it with this one. Okay, so as creators, entrepreneurs, etc., we're wearing lots of hats all the time. And when we're rushing around, we tend to make mistakes. Easily done. And then we begin to sort of outsource stuff because we're hoping that that's going to be the thing that's going to make our lives easier. Is it though? You see, as a public relations person for more than 20 years, I'm chartered as a strategic consultant, as a current student of systems thinking, I'm doing my MSc, got my kettle already boiled. I have found that when we outsource our instincts and our trust to such a degree, we don't actually get the reward that we need at the end. What ends up happening is we have to recover and do a do-over almost. And as a PR being sort of retained on so many different projects for different clients over the years, of course there are some very key deliverables that you can get from consultants, but there's some things as a solopreneur, etc., you've got to sort of figure out how to do it yourself. So that's what the Playbook method is all about, because there are sort of key areas. It's brewing. There are key areas that if you just ensure you keep an eye on, you'll always sort of... My kid loves this milk, Graham's. By keeping an eye on these key areas, it just makes it so that you don't have any blind spots, that you're able to anticipate, that you're not catching strays. That was my Matrix Neo, catching strays, and you'll be much more prepared. So it's about putting yourself in a state of preparedness. I want to show you my lovely spoon for my tea. Where is it? There you go. Love these. So the idea is to have your 7 zones, and I talk about all of these in weekly tutorials and in my upcoming masterclass. Keeping an eye on all of these things, you can just be in a state of sort of, I'm ready, okay? Rather than, oh no, caught a stray, need help. We all know that sort of feeling of, oh, the boiler's packed up. Did it need to have some care and sort of support before it packed up? Or I've neglected this thing and now it's sort of like fallen down. As I was walking back from the shops, I had to go and get some supplies because my teenager likes to really as soon as she sees new things in the house, she's like, yes, we have everything, must have it today. And I saw a 1 window cleaner, old school, I love old school, dipped his wipey thing and started climbing up. Something's dripping, just gotta make sure. Is the fridge? Freezer's fine, not defrosting. It's probably just calibrating, because that's what you need as well. You need time to reflect and calibrate. So one old school dude is up the ladder, going up to the first story and cleaning, and then just a few doors down there's a dude who's a bit younger, not being ageist, who has a cleaning instrument that's on a long pole that can be extended, and that's what it means to try and make your life easier and not take risks. Because yes, you might feel like, going up on the ladder, you get to sort of get into all of the nooks and crannies yourself. into the grooves of the windows and the frames. But the risk is, if you get injured, you're out of the game, mate. So what you want to do is not take those kinds of risks either. So you don't want to try and do it all alone, the old school way. I'm old school, but you also don't want to outsource everything, so you want to be smarter. So my method is like that long pole, that sort of boom that goes up and extends for you. So it's about being able to extend yourself, extending yourself so that you can, from the position you're at and you're in, tend to the things that ordinarily you wouldn't be able to. Because now you have the know-how, you are able to be more prepared by looking at your risk assessment and your readiness, looking at the zeitgeist awareness, looking at your stakeholder map. Those are just 3 of my 7 zones. And once you've done that, it's like that should be an agenda item on your weekly meeting. That should be the thing that you bookmark, that you just check in with yourself every day. It should be your big map, the mind map on your board, on the wall. It could be a sticky note, just sort of checking in with yourself every so often. Tea's made. And I think my point is made as well. So I am so looking forward to hearing from you in the comment section, wherever you're finding this, and let's co-create together. See you next one.